So you play a young woman who's just getting started out with her life, who then gets confronted with this unknown horror. Can you talk about that, about how she may be wrestling with the side of her that doesn't want to believe, but yet sees it happening?
Yeah, I think, you know, in the beginning of the film, you see her kind of second guess herself and try and kind of ignore what's happening. Maybe her mind's just playing tricks on her. And I mean, they're in a brand new house, so it doesn't really make much sense that it would be haunted, and her boyfriend's telling her, you know, she's making things up in her head. So, you know, I think she definitely tries to kind of push it to the side, but then, you know, things continuously get worse, and it's kind of undeniable. And, you know, then she kind of has this betrayal in the middle of the movie from someone that, you know, she thought she loved and could trust. And so she's definitely going through a lot of things, and it seems like, you know, no matter what she does, things just kind of progressively get worse. And, you know, you find out that this entity and this apparition just really feeds on your, you know, fear, and it's kind of just like watching you and learning about you. It's very unsettling.
Well, I mean, the fundamental premise is that just the power of the human imagination can create this thing. And it's funny because if we think about real life, we do have the placebo effect and evidence that we can sort of manifest things. So where do you stand on this? Does this seem so far out of left field or oddly possible?
I think the terrifying part about it is that you never know. I mean, it could be possible, and listen, there's Ouija boards and all that stuff, which I personally don't mess with because it freaks me out a little bit, but I mean, you know, I don't think it's that far-fetched to think that it's possible, because you know that there are people out there dabbling in this stuff.
So as an actress, I mean, working in a horror film, you obviously have to access different levels of fear at different moments. How are you tracking that? Are you looking at pictures of what the apparition looks like in that moment, or are you just using your own imagination and what terrifies you?
You know, well, before I start a film, I mean, I kind of destroy my script and go over it time and time again and kind of map out where I'm at after every scene so that I can kind of reference it throughout the film, because you know, after you're working and you film out of order, you kind of lose track. So I always kind of have this Bible guideline to kind of tell me where I'm supposed to be at and what's happened, what's going to happen. But when you're actually on set, well, the great thing about this film is that for the most part, one of the most terrifying parts is that it's something that's unknown and you don't see it and you don't quite know what it is. A lot of it's anticipation, and so I didn't really have to visualize anything like that. But then, yeah, I don't know, that was the scary part to me. It's just not even knowing and wondering and kind of being lost and hopeless.
Thank you so much. We're really looking forward to seeing this on AMC screens.
Thank you.